Hello all heroes, and welcome back to Invincible Guarding the Globe. And today we're going to go over a couple of the new events going on, nothing too crazy, just kind of touching base here, as well as taking a look at my current build projects and a brand new artifact that has been released into the game officially, with a noteworthy caveat to that one. But let's get into it here. First of all, as of time of recording, we have about 12 hours left in the Think and Act event. As of time of uploading, it's probably going to be more closer to 3 or 4 hours, but since they're so short, that is enough time to totally participate if you really want to. So we do still have the free tickets you can get, as well as some of the tickets that you can purchase with gems, should you so desire. Like I said, whether or not this is worth it is pretty much dependent on how far you can get in the actual event. If you can get past wave 10, it's not a bad value. If you can get to wave 15 and past wave 15, now you're talking. If you can only get to wave 5, it's alright, but not setting any records. So really, that one is just kind of your own personal judgment. Me personally, I'm saving my gems for the next character event, and as well as whenever this event comes around and I can actually get past wave 15, then you'll catch me starting to spend some gems on this event. Speaking of getting past it, to get past it, we'd have to actually get some stronger characters here. Basically, the two characters I'm leveling up right now are Duplicate and Alan the Alien. Alan the Alien being our most recent Omnipotent Plus, and kind of taking over the Defender slot from Titan there. As much as Titan's been working really well for me, but with the exception of Titan having a taunt, there's really nothing he does that Alan doesn't do better. I mean, Alan is just a bulky brick wall, especially at Omnipotent Plus. And of course, we've got Duplicate over here as well. She does very good damage. She's on the list to get her skills powered up here just because I really want to commit to the meme of it, where it's like, hey, even though she's a rare character, I've got her built up. But first, we are powering up Green Ghost skills, which is going to take freaking forever. But these bottom two especially I want to get powered up, because once they hit level 10, she gives 6 seconds of invisibility to herself, and can give 6 seconds of invisibility to an ally when they get down to low HP. That's a long time to be invincible. Pun slightly intended there. Meanwhile, of course, we've got Invincible and Green Ghost effectively done and leveling up, at least for now. As far as the characters we're building goes, we are almost at Seismic Plus with Robot and Omni-Man. I've got 2 robots here who are ready to go for the, what am I trying to say here? For the Exceptional Plus robot that I need. Problem is, I just need a lot more GDA fodder. I've got the Black Samson here, and I'm almost to a Rexplode, but I need a lot more. I could use some, maybe a spare Shrinking Ray or Immortal, or just a lot more fodder. But we're getting there. Once I get another Black Samson, I'll at least get the Elite Plus Rexplode, and then I just need 2 more Elite Plus GDA fodders to get Robot up to Seismic Plus. And then Omni-Man, I've got 1 exceptional Omni-Man. I just need another one to get him up to Exceptional Plus. I need 1 more Omni-Man, and then I need some fodder. I don't have any other spare fodder, really. I just need either another Green Ghost, maybe I have another Darkwing if we can get some fodder. So we're getting there, and that's going to be a big jump, because once we get them up to Seismic Plus, we're in the final stretch of getting them both up to Omnipotent Plus. Omnipotent Plus Robot would be fantastic, and Omnipotent Plus Omni-Man would give me a much-needed other attacker that I can throw into things like GDA Ops and Cecil's Nightmares. So that's kind of what I'm at with GDA and Earth's Defenders, respectively. With villains, I kind of gonna be going back and forth between Doc Seismic and Angstrom, honestly. I really, really want to build Angstrom. I actually got him up to Exceptional Plus just recently, but of course, none can deny the power of Doc Seismic here, especially post-skill update. This dude does some crazy stuff with investment. So, definitely, I really need to pick between the two of them who I'm going to build in the short term. Well, actually, and in the long term, because it's just a long process. Of course, Doc Seismic is a lot farther along. He's currently sitting at 1-star Legendary Plus, but I need a lot more Doc Seismics before it's even going to be a factor. I mean, shoot, I could get... I'm probably going to get Angstrom up to Epic Plus before I even get Seismic up to Seismic. I just realized that was not intended, actually. Seismic. You know, it almost makes me want to take him to Seismic 5-star and stop just so that he's Seismic. But no, that would be highly inefficient. We'll be taking him up to Omnipotent Plus as soon as possible. And then as far as my From Worlds Beyond characters go, I'm not really going anywhere with them right now, aside from Alan. Of course, we went whole hog and got Alan up to Omnipotent Plus during his last event, which was huge. But now it's a question of who to go for next. Battle Beast probably being the most logical option, because there's no denying the fact that I have him up a lot farther along, and it's going to be a hot minute before I can build up universes. However, I would love to get Universa built up, especially with her abilities here, like Tripping the Light Fantastic, where at max level it just, like, has the potential to wipe out the entire team. I would love to build up a Universa. So as much as I do love Fluffy over here, part of me kind of wants to prioritize Universa, if I'm being totally honest, but that's going to be more so a product of circumstance, where it's like, hey, do I get Universa up to 5 stars before I can get Fluffy over here up to Legendary? That's we're gonna see what happens there. Hopefully we'll get Universa more accessible. Probably not this week, but hopefully next week we'll get another character. Speaking of another character, that is something I actually wanted to touch on, because in the current story chapter here, or it might have been the one before this, because I think this is the one with Angstrom, but in chapter 4, it was Universa as a primary antagonist, and Alan did make an appearance and briefly mentioned shenanigans on Mars. That leads me to believe that we're probably going to be getting some kind of Sequid situation in the near future, probably the next character or the next update. I don't know. It doesn't necessarily mean he'll be the next character. What's the astronaut? Russ Livingston, that's his name. Probably gonna be him in like a Sequid takeover situation. So that'd be kind of cool. I'd be curious what they would put him as. Logically, it could go a few ways. Not really Earth's defenders, because he's not a hero. I mean, he's an astronaut, but I mean, he's not exactly punching anything. I've thought maybe he's not really a criminal per se. It's kind of actively against his will, actually. So that kind of leaves GDA and From Worlds Beyond. It depends on whether they really focus more on the man or the Sequids. If they're focusing more on the astronaut, he could count as a GDA agent, even though he's not really. He's more of just an astronaut, which is really funny to say, of being like, oh, he's just an astronaut. It's like, I mean, that is a big deal. But he's not really a GDA character per se. So I suspect he'd be our 4th From Worlds Beyond character, unless we got a Viltrumite earlier. I mean, it could happen. But I'm just saying that since we do have a specific reference to Mars, probably looking at a Sequid situation sooner rather than later. If I were to put money on it, I expect he'd be a From Worlds Beyond character. If only because it's really the Sequids doing the work, just using him as a human meat puppet. And they're aliens, so that kind of makes the most sense. To me, at least. But yeah, finally, we do have a new Cecil's Nightmares here, with a new artifact being available. Kinda. This is the Martian Spear. This one's interesting because the passive ability reads for every 11 seconds, damages a random enemy at melee range for 70% of the hero's attack. Now that's interesting. Reason I find that interesting is I think it's one of the first, if not the only artifacts that is explicitly for damage. Most of them are either skill reductions or stat boosts, with the occasional stat debuff on the enemy depending on the situation, but usually the ones they're using are stat boosts, ability cooldown boosts, and sometimes healing, with some other little things sprinkled in. I think this is the first one that really does actual damage, and 11 seconds is not bad, but here's the problem. Even the whaliest of whales, Tyler or Mr. Edzi, even the whaliest of whales is only going to get tops 40 parts. You need 50 to even unlock the thing, so, man, what's even the point here? I mean, if this was 50, it'd at least be something, but frankly, I gotta be honest, even, I've said it once and I'll say it again, the main loot of the GDA is the of the Cecil's Nightmares, is the individual rewards, especially for this one. You get literal millions of XP out of this bad boy. It doesn't have the little icon to show you what you get like this one for some reason. But like, I mean, shoot. Stage 1. That's 120k right there. For very little work. That's massive. So, I mean, I've said it before. This is the main stuff, whereas any leaderboard rewards is extra. But man, this is just sad. I mean, really? Even the whaliest whale can't be given at least a level 1 Martian Spear? Really? And, I mean, like I said, this is extra sauce. The main rewards are the individual stages. But that's a little kooky to me. I feel like if you at least get the top 100, I feel like you should get the artifact. Like, instead of, you know, get 6 parts, you get the full 50. And then maybe, like, top 5 is 25, top 15 is 10. I mean, for top 100, you get 6. I mean, yeah, you get the gems and the gold dossier, but really? I don't know, man. That one's weird to me. Even with my belief that the main loot of these events is the individual stages, even I can't deny that's a little funky. But opinions are opinions. Maybe we'll get the Martian Spear in like a true GDA op eventually. Oh, I guess it just passed the daily reset. Because we've got like the Reaniman arm here, which is all fine and dandy. I mean, that's a great one. But we haven't had a new artifact available as a GDA reward since the Obedience Collar, actually. Because we had the Burger Mart Burger as like a pre-register reward, and I don't think it's even available anymore. And then the Obedience Collar was a reward in a GDA alert event. I don't think the bracelet here has been available at all. I don't think the Cosmos Flower. I think the Cosmos Flower was available in the beta, but that wasn't nationally or globally available, so I really don't count that. Just saying, we do need a few more events with some of these newer artifacts, because a Flaxen 8 anti-aging bracelet here, that one's kind of crazy, because it's got built-in crit, and it has the ability to reduce cooldown. I could really see this going well on Universa, especially, because her whole thing is crits. I could see that as kind of a backup if you're not using this one. If you're maybe putting her in a team that doesn't use Guardians of the Globe characters, this could be a good little fallback because of the cooldown plus the crit rate. But that's just me just kind of talking, getting my thoughts out into the world here, which is what these videos are for. But yeah, so just kind of weird little quirks on that one. Let's get our criminal heroes here. Nothing crazy, just some good food. Like I said, it's not going to be very useful anytime soon because it's going to be a long time until I get enough of the Dock Seismics, but that is okay. Oh, you can get a equipment upgrade there. A modest improvement, not too bad. Not too bad. I have been very aggressively saving my gems. Next time, I'm kind of making it a rule because it worked so well for the Universa event. I'm just aggressively saving my gems for the events that really need them. That worked fantastically last time. That's how I even have the Omnipotent plus Alan. And personally, I think you all should do the same. Save those gems for the upcoming character events, because there is rarely a situation where you'll find a better use, quite frankly. The new character events are amazing. And even the Doc Seismic one, even though it wasn't technically a new event shop, I mean, the fact that it mixed a double elite rate, or a double elite event with fixed refresh was still a pretty cool combo. But personally, I still find the tried and true event shop new character events to be the best. But that's just my opinion on there, so I am saving a metric ton of gems because I can. But that is all we have for today. Let me know down in the comments below, how's your account progression going? How's it going? You got some Elite Plus heroes? Who's your favorite hero to use? Maybe who's your favorite team comp to use? Never a bad thing to have some extra tips down in the comments for those who like to read them, and sometimes I get some good tips. I also see y'all. I know y'all want a tier list. I have a plan, okay? It's coming. I have a reason for having delayed it this long. I mean, y'all might not see the plan as much, but I see it. I see you. I see you. So yeah, that is all we have for today, and we shall see you next time. Have a good one.